It is said that if there is a will to live, then even God can do miracles. In adverse circumstances, our mind takes such decisions which we cannot even think of in our dreams. You must have heard many stories of survival, but in this video, I'm going to tell you about two such true incidents, knowing about which your soul will tremble. The first incident is of the year 2003. A boy named Aaron Ralt goes for hiking in the mountains. The place where Aaron was going for hiking was a deserted and desolate area where there was no trace of any human being far and wide. Aaron was walking on foot crossing small hills in that deserted area when he sees two girls in that deserted place. She too had come to this place for hiking, but she had now lost her way. Aaron goes to them, tells them the right way, and hikes with them for some distance. On this exciting journey, these three move forward through small mountain passes and enjoy the journey. After that, both the girls return, but Aaron wanted to go further, so he goes on his journey alone. Aaron moves forward through the hills, and when Aaron is coming down through a narrow path between two hills, then Aaron tries to come down by taking the support of a stone. Then suddenly, the stone slips down, and that stone gets stuck between the two hills and stops. But this was not good news for Aaron, because Aaron's hand gets stuck between that stone and the wall of the hill. His hand gets pressed by that stone in such a way that even after trying again and again, Aaron is not able to take his hand out of the grip of that stone. He shouts loudly for help, but his voice gets lost in those desolate hills, and his voice is not able to go out from there. Aaron knew very well that no one comes to this place. Only about 30 people come to this place for hiking in a month. So Aaron had to deal with this problem himself, and that too before nightfall. He kept all the things he had brought with him on that stone. Among those things, he had a knife. Aaron started trying to break that stone with the help of that knife, but the problem was that Aaron's right hand was stuck in the rock, and it was very difficult to cut that solid rock with the left hand, because Aaron was having a lot of trouble in using the knife with the left hand. Even after trying for several hours, Aaron could not cut that rock, and the edge of his knife had also become weak. It was night. Aaron was still trying hard to get out of that stone. While trying, the next day's morning comes, and this new morning brings a hope for Aaron that maybe today someone will come to this place for hiking and save him. It becomes afternoon in the hope of help, but no one comes there. Now Aaron turned on his camera and started recording himself in it, in which he told that 25 hours have passed since I am stuck in this pass. He said that he has very little food and a small bottle of water. After a few hours, it becomes night. Aaron's food and water had also finished. The next day dawns and Aaron tries to move that rock by making a pulley with the rope he has with him, but that rock was so heavy that Aaron could not even move it. Aaron's despair was increasing. He had neither anything to eat nor water to drink. Due to this, whenever Aaron felt like urinating, he would fill it in his empty bottle and quench his thirst by drinking his urine. In this mountain pass, Aaron could get sunlight for only 15 minutes a day. Aaron's condition had become very bad. Aaron's patience was breaking, and now Aaron decided that he would cut his hand and separate it from that rock. He tries to cut his hand with a knife, but the edge of the knife was completely gone, due to which, leave alone Aaron's hand, even his skin was not getting cut. This shocks Aaron even more, and his last hope of getting out was also over. He was convinced that he would lose his life in this mountain pass, and in the meantime, one more day passes while Aaron is stuck there. Meanwhile, it starts raining, and Aaron tries to fill that rainwater in his bottle. Rainwater starts entering that mountain pass, and gradually the water in that pass starts increasing, and Aaron starts drowning in it. Aaron took advantage of this rainwater. He entered the water, and with the help of water, he tried to lift that stone. Aaron lifted that stone with a little effort. Now Aaron's hand was out of that stone. He quickly gets out of that pass and runs towards his car. He sits in the car and gets out of that place. Then Aaron's eyes open and Aaron sees that he is still stuck in the same mountain pass. Actually, now Aaron's mental condition was getting worse, due to which he starts having strange illusions. 5 days pass while Aaron is stuck here. He was stuck between such stones, which stopped his whole life in that mountain pass. Aaron was searching for his death with every breath. Meanwhile, another day passes while they are stranded there. The next morning when Aaron wakes up, he has a dream in which he sees a little boy. That boy is his future son, and he is playing with that child. With this dream, Aaron is filled with a new zeal and new enthusiasm. Aaron's self-power awakens. He decides that he will not stop here for even a moment. Aaron picks up his piercing knife and starts sharpening it. And once again, Aaron starts cutting his hand with that knife. And after cutting continuously for about an hour, he succeeds in cutting his hand. Now, Aaron's hand was separated from that stone. Aaron sacrifices his hand and gets out of that mountain pass. Later, Aaron sees rainwater, seeing which Aaron rushes to drink that water because Aaron had drunk very little water in the last 6 days. Meanwhile, he meets a family there who had come there for hiking. That family helps Aaron to reach his home. It is said that when a person gets stuck in adverse circumstances, he does everything that he has never thought of in his dreams. Friends, the next survival story that I'm going to tell you will really shake your soul, because this story is about 4 small children who escaped death in the Amazon jungle, which you can call a miracle. This incident is not very old. This is from May 1st, 2023. A small airplane, Cessna 206, in which a total of 7 passengers were sitting, including a pilot, a young man, and 4 children and their mother. The eldest child among these children was 13 years old, the second child was 9 years old, the third child was 4 years old, and the fourth child was just 12 months old. This plane was flying over the Amazon jungle to Colombia, but suddenly the engine of the plane fails. The pilot called the ATC nearby on a mayday. This plane rapidly crashed into the Amazon jungle on its nose. It was a miracle that the plane did not catch fire. In this accident, the pilot of the plane and that adult person died on the spot. Those 4 children survived this accident, and their mother had fainted due to the accident. Those children try to wake up their mother, but their mother does not wake up. Those children thought that all the elders have been killed, and now all the responsibilities fall on the eldest child of 13 years. Those children thought that maybe someone will definitely come here to find them, but no one reached there to save them. It was night when suddenly their mother regained consciousness, but the problem was that their mother had suffered a lot of injuries in her body, so she was not able to move from her place. The scared and frightened children somehow spent that night, but this night was the most dreadful night of their lives. The next day of the accident, those children were very hungry. There was some food in the plane, so the 3 elder children ate the food. There was also a milk bottle for the 12-month-old child, so they fed milk to that child. Those children were hoping that someone will definitely come to save them, and they kept sitting at the accident spot waiting for this. But no one came to save them, and the second day also passed, and again a dreadful night came. The mother of those children was so injured and helpless that she was not able to help her children. The third day dawned. Now the food left in the plane was finished, and the milk bottle of the 12-month-old child was also finished. And on the same day, the mother of these children died. Now these children had to travel further alone. Finally, the children left that crash site and moved ahead, but those little children were unaware that they could not cross this huge forest with their small steps. Neither did they know in which direction they had to go. Now 7 days had passed since this incident, and since the Mayday call was made, the rescue team was engaged in the search of this plane. But this forest was so dense that it took them 7 days to find this plane. When the rescue team searched the debris of the plane 7 days after the incident, they found 3 dead bodies there, but those 4 children were missing from there. Seeing the food and drink items lying around, the rescue team understood that perhaps those children were alive. Now the rescue team expanded the scope of their search and started looking for those children all around the forest, but those children had gone so far that there was no trace of them. 10 days had passed since the accident, but there was still no trace of those children. Those children had become so weak that there was not enough strength left in their body to move forward with that 12-month-old child in their lap, but still, those children did not lose courage. The search team kept moving forward, following the footprints of those children, but they were not able to reach those children. The hope of knowing in what condition those children were, whether they were safe or not, was also diminishing. After about 25 days of the incident, the search team got a clue about those children. They found a hairband of one of those children. The milk bottle of a 12-month-old child was found. After 40 days of the incident, finally those 4 children were found in a very weak condition. All 4 children were still alive, but it was a miracle that earlier these children had not seen any child. They survived the plane crash, and after that, they challenged the dreadful conditions by wandering in the Amazon jungle with their tiny feet for 40 days. The soul shivers just thinking about how these children survived the dreadful nights of the Amazon jungle. You must have faced it in reality. Who is protected by the Lord, no one can harm him, even if the whole world is against him.